The subject is Kayla FMS 21, right hand leg dominant. All right, Kayla, so the first one we're going to do is the deep squat. And I want you to go ahead and place the dial above your head. And you're going to have your elbows at right angles. So place it on your head. You're going to have your elbows at a right angle. I want you to go ahead and keep your toes shoulder width apart. And I want you to keep your toes forward, shoulder width apart. And I want you're going to do a squat, keeping your trunk up and keeping your knees not going over your toes. And we're going to do that 3 times. And I want you to make sure to go ahead and press the bar up. Okay, I can't really get this. All right, and you're going to go ahead and do that 3 times. And I'm just going to observe you. Okay. Come on. All right. So now I want you to, can you pause this?
Yeah.
Okay, now I'm going to have you place your heels on the on that board. Yep, and you're going to keep the same width apart. You're going to keep your toes pointing forward. You're going to put the bar on your head, and you're going to press up on the bar. And you want to make sure your elbows are 90. And you're going to keep your trunk up and make sure your knees don't go over your toes. And you're going to do that 3 times. Okay, go. Okay, so we are now doing the second test, which is the hurdle step test. And what I did was measure from the floor to the tibial tuberosity, and for Kayla we got 17 and a half. And so now I'm going to instruct her how to do this test. Go ahead, and I want you to place the bar over your head, on your back. Yep, and I want your thumbs to be in the creases of your elbow to line up. Yep. And then I want you to place your toes up on the board. And what you're going to do is lift one leg, so your left leg, you're going to lift your left leg up, and if you bring it up to the height of your other knee, you should be able to clear the band. And I want you to keep your eyes and your head up, facing forward at all times. And what you're going to do is you're going to step over the band, you're going to touch the heel, you're going to bring it back over and return to starting position.
Okay, sounds good.
Go ahead. We're going to do this 3 times.
Pressure's on.
Okay.
All kinds of snap.
Now we're going to do the same thing using the right leg. And go.
This one's so much harder for me.
All right. Okay, so the third one we're going to be doing is the inline lunge. And Kayla, I'm going to have you go ahead and place your right foot, your right toe at the 0, and your left heel at the 17 and a half, which is the same distance between the tibial tuberosity and the floor. And I want you to place your right hand above your head, and you're going to place the bar in that hand. And you're going to bring it behind you, and you're going to place the left hand at your sacrum, at the bottom of your back, closer to your butt. And you want to bring that right hand down a little, closer to the back of your head, touching your head. And you want to make sure that the pole stays touching your body at all times. What I want you to do, without lifting your front heel, I want you to bend down and touch your knee to the board and come up to starting position.
Okay.
You're going to do that in the 3 times, and then come back to starting position.
Okay.
And go. Okay, we will be doing the same thing, but this time you're going to be starting with your left foot at 0 and your right heel at 17.5. You're going to place your left arm over your head, placing the bar in the same positions that was touching your head, your back, and your closer to your glutes. Yes. All right, and you're going to do the same thing 3 times. Make sure to touch the board on your knee. And go. All right, now we're going to be doing the shoulder mobility test. And what I want you to do, Kayla, is go ahead and bring your arms out to a T. I want you to make a fist with your thumb inside. And you're going to bring your right arm over your head and your left arm behind your back. And you're just going to place them on your back and not inch closer together. And then I'll take the measurement of the distance between the 2 knuckles. So her distance between her crease and 3rd metacarpal was a 6.5. So that would be the 0. And she's now at 13.5. Okay. And now we're going to do the same thing 2 more times. Okay. Go. I'll take the measurement again. Now you got a 16. Okay, and one more time. It's 14.5. All right. And now what we're going to do is we're going to do the same thing, but instead of bringing your right arm over your head, you're going to bring that one behind your back and your left arm over your head. Okay. Get to 14. All right, and come out 2 more times. $13.5. Last time. $14.5. Okay. And this shoulder mobility test has a clearing test to it. So what I want you to do is place your right arm on your left shoulder, and I want you to lift your elbow up. Is there pain?
Nope.
All right, and I want you to switch arms. Bring your left arm to your right shoulder and bring it up. Is there pain?
Nope.
Okay. So here I'm placing the bar halfway between the ASIS and mid patella, which for her is 10. And then, all right, Kayla, I want you to go ahead and place your hands at your side, palms up. And what I want you to do is you're going to keep your toes to your nose and your toes together, or your feet together. And I want you to bring your right leg up, and I want you to do it without bending it or without moving your other leg. And you're going to do that 3 times. All right, now we're going to do the same thing, and what I want you to do is just do it with your left leg now.
Okay.
And go 3 times. Okay. All right, Kayla, what we're going to do now is the trunk stability push-up. What I'm going to have you do is I want you to start by placing your thumbs at your chin, and I want your elbows out at 90 degrees at a right angle beside you. And then I want you to put your toes to your nose, and I want you to keep your back flat, keep your butt down, and come up as one unit. You're going to do a push-up in that position. You're going to do it 3 times.
Okay.
Go. All right, and now what I want you to do is go ahead and stay laying down. And I want you to bring your hands in front of you. And this is going to be your clearing test, and bring them closer to your body. All the way to your body underneath your shoulders. Yep. And I want you to press up as far as you can and tell me if there's any pain.
Feels so good.
Okay, so no pain. All right, so to get a 2, I would bring you down with your thumbs at your clavicles. Yep, and your elbows at 90 degrees still. So you can bring your thumbs in, but keep your elbows, and you can start with your elbows up if that makes it more comfortable for you.
Okay.
Again, toes to your nose, same concept. You're going to keep your back flat, your butt down, and you're going to come up as a unit.
Okay.
And go. All right, and we're going to do the same clearing test. Go ahead and bring your arms in front of you and bring them up towards your shoulders. Yep, and push all the way up as far as you can. Any pain? All right. Okay, so what I want you to do is you're going to go ahead and get on all fours, and I want you to get your toes to your nose, but still touching the board. So toes to touch the board. I want your knees to touch the board, and I want your thumbs to touch the board as well. And here I want you to do your right arm and your right leg, and you're going to extend, and then you're going to touch your elbow and your knee over the board, and you're going to extend and return back to starting position. All while keeping your back flat and your balance at the same time. So you can go ahead and attempt to do that.
Solid merch. No.
Okay, do it again. Do it 3 times.
I hope John enjoys watching me. No suicide.
All right, so was not able to complete a 3. So now we're going to try a 2. And what I want you to do is, again, same position, keeping your toes touching the board, your knees touching the board, and your thumbs touching the board, your back flat, keeping your balance. And this time it's going to be your left arm and your right knee. You're going to cross under and touch over the board. You're going to back extend and then return to starting position. And what I want you to do is go ahead and step away from the board.
Do I have to do it again, or do I not?
No. And then, so you can get off the board, and then I want you to sit back on your heels, and we're gonna do the clearing test. So, yep, step off the board, relax your toes on the floor, and I want you to bend forward like you're, it's called child's pose. So you're gonna bend forward and reach out as far as you can in front of you. Any pain there?
Nope.
All right, sounds good. All right, so now you're going to touch your toes on the board, and you're gonna have your toes up, toes to your nose, touching the board, knees touching the board, thumbs touching the board, back flat, and keeping your balance. Your hips over your knees, your shoulders over your wrists. And what you're going to do now is going to do left arm, left leg. You're going to extend them out. You're going to touch over the board, extend, and return to starting position. And you're going to do that 3 times. And go.
And can we skip this one? And I like bird dogs a lot more.
All right, so now we're going to do, to get a 2, you're going to go ahead and toes touching the board, and your toes are up. Okay. And you're going to do knees touching the board, and you're going to do thumbs touching the board. Yep, and this time you're going to do your right arm and your left knee. Okay. And you're going to extend, touch over the board, extend, and return to starting position. And go 3 times. All right, now I want you to go off the board, and we're going to do child's pose, and this is a clearing test. Sit back on your heels and reach forward as far as you can. Any pain?
Nope.
All right.